Hey, good morning. What's the title of this lesson? Mapping the terrain of evolution. Higher evolution. Right? I was coming out of the elevator and I thought about the birth giver. In particular, the female mitochondria. Right? So I know that my clan mother, Karen Ann Luke McDonald, covered the subject pretty much in depth with Project Ascension. So I think about myself because I experienced it as part of my own evolution, right? And so when you can read DNA energy, if you will, you don't want to breed with a what we call seed stock or lower evolution, do you? So I realized, for example, when I look at this avatar, what my mother passed on to me, I realized that my mother knew what the hell she was doing. Okay? Which means that my mother knew what to breed with and what not to breed with. Okay? Because she can read the energy, right? A girl can read the evolution of your intelligence and your creativity. Where do you sit on the evolutionary food chain of higher evolution, which is higher intelligence and higher creativity of what's possible? And that of what's possible genetically can be mapped. Okay? Remember, mapping the terrain, the geographical information system terrain of electrical density, consciousness, potential, and genetic evolution, which is genetic information evolution. You're experiencing the data of the evolution of the genetics that are evolving. Now you begin to realize why they were putting information into the information field that was to do what? Drive down humanity's evolution, so which means it's going in reverse. That's called reverse mapping. Okay? Not forward mapping, because you can map the individual timeline. Everyone's individual timeline as to not only the speed at which they are learning to be higher intelligence, creative imagination, and what they're learning through their magnetic moment experiences, but their ability to be able to manage their energy in such a way to maintain their timeline. That's an evolution of higher intelligence and creativity to which their mind's energy is not held captive to lower intelligence that is trying to program you to drive you insane and cause the genetic engineering of what you started with to go in the other direction. Okay? Which means changing your DNA software to become lower in genetic form of expression, which is the information, electrical information that you are expressing and experiencing in the magnetic light amplification of who you are. So we can measure this on a timeline by how much energy you are producing by the nature of your evolution in genetic engineering. Okay? So you begin to realize that when you're plugged into a goddess, a big battery, you are experiencing her network and you're experiencing what she does with her higher intelligence and creativity. So this is how, when you're out in nature, for example, and you're sitting in a forest on a beautiful spring day, right? And you're observing and looking around you to see how it all works. What is the glue that keeps it all together? Because when you're looking around, you realize there's all the pollinators, the hummingbirds, the butterflies, the bees, the birds, and the bees. Wow, this is how life is thriving that is coming about as a result of longer days and higher energy now that the sun is producing higher energy for the seeds to sprout their roots, grow grass, grow plants, grow flowers, and grow trees. And the living water and living spirit is providing the nourishment for those seeds to grow so those trees can grow and extend up to the sky, the tree of light. So when your light is within all that light, you realize there's no separation between what you are and what it is, in the love that you give to create and express you are, that you are in harmony with all that light within creation, which is nature. I used to have you're one with her. That's what it means to be her children, her guardians, right? Because it's easy for us to map the terrain and be able to locate and identify what's within that terrain that does not serve us, that is serving to hold us captive to something that is lower in evolution, which prevents humanity from being able to experience the higher creative electrical potential of what we do with our energy that serves all of humanity. That's why it's so beautiful to experience. When I was listening to a YouTube video on Project Speak with Kim Go-Goon and that whole group of what they're using with all their energy, you can experience within you that these are beings that are higher in intelligence, higher in creativity, because everything that they do with their mind's energy is not only what serves them, which means it's going to serve us, which means together, like a beehive that serves the better intelligence or higher intelligence of the queen bee, is the function of a beehive, which is a pollinating hive, so that the forest can